Hello, my name is Dr. Vikki Petersen and welcome to Dr. Vikki's Kitchen. What this show is all about is really just learning how to cook very healthy, very deliciously, and very fast. Because that's the one thing I hear from my patients. I don't have an infinity of time to cook well for my family and myself. So what we're going to do is teach you how to do that, and you're going to feel great because you're cooking with the best ingredients that really turn your health around. So we're going to have some fun, and I'm really glad you joined me. All right, so here are our ingredients. There's not many, as you can see, for a dish that tastes so delicious and so sophisticated. So we have our organic kale, and that's just the size of a typical bunch that you would get at the grocery store. The Jovial pasta, I love this pasta. I'm Italian, and when I first discovered I had to be gluten-free, pasta was upsetting to me because none of it tasted legitimately delicious the way I remembered. Jovial comes from Italy, and they actually have a wheat line as well as their rice line, which is what this is. So when you go to the grocery store, make sure you get the right one if you're gluten-free. And then the organic olive oil, of course, the Daiya cheese that is a nice substitute for the Parmesan, and then just some garlic. So other than salt and pepper, that's it. It's pretty simple. So let's get going, and I'll show you how to do this. So I've got some water heating up. What I'm going to do is take the kale. Now when you take the kale, of course you wash it first. You can see the ends. These are pretty clean ends. Sometimes if the kale's a little bit older, it looks a little woody. We're using everything, so basically what I'm going to do is just add some water and just add all of the kale. It just couldn't be simpler or faster. So we're just going to put it in a pan, and I'm going to add some water. The amount of water isn't very fussy. We're just trying to cover the bottom of the pan. We've got it on high heat, and then we're going to cover it. Okay, it's only been about 3 minutes. You see how beautiful that is? Nice and brilliant green. So that's all you need. Okay, so the kale's done. It's a nice, beautiful emerald green, and we're going to put it in the food processor. And it doesn't have to be drained. You just sort of lift it up in the air, let a little water fall off. Once again, very unfussy. This is an easy, easy recipe. Without a food processor, you could also do a blender. This will be easier and faster though. Okay, so now that the kale's in there, we're going to add our walnuts and olive oil. This is a very generous 1/3 of a cup. I'm not going to use quite this much. So probably about generous 1/4 cup. And about 1/2 cup of olive oil. And I typically add more as we go along. So put about 1/4 cup in now, and it's probably going to be 1/2 cup total. And we have our garlic. Okay, so we've blended it, and now we take a look. And it's, can show you, it's still a little chunky, so it needs a little more olive oil. And that's really how you do it. And you can taste it at this point too. It's typically it just needs a little bit more, probably another 1/4 cup. All right, great. Everything looks good. If you're going to add the Daiya cheese, now's the time to do it. Daiya is delicious, but it does need to be heated up a bit, so this kale is still warm. So I just add 1/4 cup. Once again, you can add more if you like the flavor and you like it more creamy, but it's very simple to blend it when things are warm. And then also pouring it over the warm pasta will melt it a little bit more. It's perfect. Okay, the pasta's ready, so I'm going to drain it real fast into a colander. So I just put it right back into the nice warm pot, and then we're going to add our pesto. Typically, when I make 1 box of pasta, which easily feeds 4, we usually have some leftovers, and 1 bunch of kale, just the way I showed you. That's just the perfect amount. I'm going to put a little heat under the pasta. It's a very pretty green. It's so good for you. You're going to love this. All right, there's a good serving. And please tell me how you enjoy this and how your family enjoys this. They're not going to know how much great kale they're eating in addition to the olive oil and the walnuts. It's so healthy. And do remember, you don't have to serve this over pasta. You could serve it over brown rice. You could put it on chicken. Really, it has a great versatility of uses, and it freezes beautifully. So until next time, I wish you very good health, and please let me know how you enjoy this.